Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So my last video seemed to have stirred up a lot of conversation. If you look at the view to comment ratio, it's crazy. It's got over 200 comments and there's a lot of conversation about all of this going on. And so when I made this past video, it seemed like a lot of people were saying, people who are complaining about the Eagle Bear or the rewards for the discovery mode are people that have not completed the raid. I saw a lot of comments like that, and it made it seem like I was a pleb, and I just laughed because I hadn't completed the raid. So you know what I did? I said, you know what? I told my wife, I said, babe, let's cancel some plans today. I'm gonna need a little bit of time, and she approved and gave me the check mark. And I went in there, and behold, a couple of lads were crazy enough to, show me the ropes for Razorback, and I got to beat the raid. And so I wanted to credit the lads that you see on the screen here. Their gamer tags are here. These guys are amazing. They were very patient. They didn't lose their cool when I made a few missteps and I read some things wrong. And they really were willing to work with me. And now, before I found them, I actually had a group where we were doing very well. We blew through all bosses except Razorback in one try. I thought this was the group that was gonna, we were gonna do the raid together. But when we got to Razorback, after about 2 tries, they kicked me. They straight up just kicked me from the group. And when I joined this gentleman that actually got me through the raid, they just looked at my DPS and said, hey, your build is actually okay. We think you'll be able to, walk and run through the raid with us. And they were glad and happy to carry me. And so I think team dynamics are some of the things that a lot of people don't want to deal with when they go into raids. And I can understand, I started playing the Division when I was it's been 3 years. Are you kidding me? Played the Division through, multiple life changes. And there was a time I could sit down and actually grind without having to restructure my entire day. But that's not the case anymore. But today was one of those fortunate days where we're going to be making pickles. But these gentlemen here were willing to save me a lot of heartache. I tried to go with my second character, but then, a lot of things, it's just very difficult to get that team gelling. People, they're just mistakes, but you have to be very patient. And so I wanted to complete the raid, and I wanted to just go ahead and make it known because I don't want people to think that I'm being lazy or not whatever. You got to understand, I played Falcon Lost when it did not used to have checkpoints. If you wiped, you started all over again. That's the kind of incursion missions I know from the Division days. And so when people say this, I laugh and say, well, I noticed that being a hardcore player is definitely something that changes over time. You're hardcore at some points in your life and you have the opportunity to put in the time and invest the time, and in some other parts and some other times in your life you cannot get that kind of time in, and it's just very difficult to do. But again, this goes to show that there's something of some sort of a disconnect within the entire gaming community currently, because some people are saying things like casual gamers continue to ruin games, but people fail to understand that casual gamers most likely used to be hardcore gamers but are just in different shifts in their lives. And this is all something that's very difficult to address and something that's kind of tricky in a sense. Now, did I get the Eagle Bear? No, I did not get it. In fact, I tried to buy it off of one of the other team members, but there was somebody else that I had also played the raid for a while, and I was like, no, I think that person probably needs to get it. And so the guys went ahead, and the guy who even owned it didn't want to sell it, so he was being very security conscious, did not want to give out any of his public information. And I 100% respect that, because being somebody that's on YouTube, I have to go through extra lengths to keep all kinds of information private as well. So there's also the part of the RNG, but I do have a second character, and I'm going to be looking into doing the raid again once I have time. The guys that were trying to run the final boss with me just now, I just didn't have enough time. I wanted to make this video because I still have to catch up from life today that I had to miss out on to do the good old raid. And so I've done it. I just wanted to say I appreciate the guys who helped me do it. I think they're at the core of everything. I told them, I said, thank you guys for the carry, and they were nice enough to say, oh no, you actually did very well. So I don't know if that's true or if they were just being complimentary. But all in all, I really enjoyed the content. As crazy as it sounds, I like very difficult content in video games that I like. As much as people may think that I don't like it, you'll be quite surprised how much I actually enjoy content that's hard. It's just I know time is going to be of the essence. So the raid's done, it's out of the way. If the Eagle Bearer drops for me on the next run, fine. If it doesn't, that's still fine as well. I know now, because I was saying I was going to play the discovery mode to use it to farm, but I will probably not touch it because the raid is actually not too difficult once you're able to find a good team. And like I said, we have created a Discord server that actually helps people to look for groups to do so. It's the Gamey Daddy Discord. If you're looking for a group, PS4, Xbox One, or PC, you can come in here and get people to do so. Like, you know, there are over 500 people on the Discord server. Mainly on weekends, there are people, you know, making requests and asking for raid groups. Most of the people, though, in the Discord server that I have seem to be offline this afternoon because I'm on holiday. And so I got to play with some people in Europe during, you know, my time. So hopefully, if I have some more time, I don't know if I will or not, I might hop in and see if I can jump in with some Americans and see if we can knock out the raid with my second character and see if I can run for the Eagle Bearer. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys very much for your time and your audience. Just wanted to put that out there, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.